I really like where Top Esports is at in their draft. I think that they have some pretty positive lanes for themselves, especially looking at bot. Mid can push early, and this could free up Nidalee to really do damage to the Trundle. So all these junglers being changed, I thought that at one point or another, they'd have to swap out On at support as Kanavi throws a heat-seeking missile out.
Yep.
We've come to expect this from his Nidalee.
Yep. Goes another one out on the way out as well. So Shadow's chunked pretty severely at the start of this. But Knight able to block off the mid roam. Cream takes a good chunk of damage. Redline is going to land on top of Kanavi with the pillar, but Hong flashes forward to try and punish Shadow, who's already way too low, and Cream picks up the kill. Now On's going to flash back over the wall as the 4-man stack at Top Esports hunts for more kills. Piercing arrow going to land onto On. Spear going to have to be dodged, but it's going to slow the Nautilus down. Pops the shield. Here comes the to play through, but Elk is trying to kite back, hits the deadly flourish, and here comes Knight off to the side. Doesn't have a ton of mana. Hong with a blinking health bar. Flash after Dreadzone's going to land around the wall. That hitbox was wacky, but it's a kill nonetheless for Elk.
Like this a lot from Shadow. I think this is a good response from BLG. I don't think Top Esports can take this fight. Kasante just not as strong as the Rumble right now. Conditions much better for the Rumble too. 369.
Wasn't ready for On in that push. Gonna have to go all out, but doesn't get over the wall here. Fight split on two sides, and the Chains of Corruption is gonna land on top of Shadow. They're just gonna burn through him. Equalizer and Inferno Bomb do come down. Cream is caught between the Equalizer and the wall, and Bin's gonna run him down. Flash over the Emperor's Divide. Elk gets his curtain call cancel on the backside of the fight. Bin tries to protect his AD carry. Out of mana is 369. Elk is running away with those 50 boots and crit shots the forehead of 369. Now Kanavi, the only one left up to try and pick up the scraps as he hops away from the bomb at max range. BLG coming out on top in our first big fight.
I think the lack of setup really hurt Cream's fight because it looked like Cream kind of tried to play a desperation fight, came up empty with a lot of his attempts there. Yeah, and also just the power of the wave clear Ziggs. Like, we talk so much about Varus and priority. You can answer it easily as Ziggs. They want to kite out.
Inferno Bomb. They're using a lot onto Hong, though. Drops a Solar Flare, but he should die to Knight off to the side here. Hong gonna cover. Curtain call comes down. They're hunting for more kills over the wall, and Knight is just landing these bombs. But On goes a bit too far forward. Another bomb. The Arcade Comet, the burn. No, Jackie Love and Kanavi on a sliver of HP. Saw the Yomu's rush the last gen game we saw. This time he goes Collector, which still gives you that lethality thump, but lends more to the crit scaling Jin. We're going to see a dive on a 369 with a TP coming over. Equalizer, 369 going to dash out the main damage, then use it all out to go back forward. Shadow can't juggle the turret aggro any longer, but four members is enough.
Heavy commit from BLG. They commit to the cross map. I'm going to try and knock down first turret. 14 minutes, so plates are down. And first brick does secure feats for BLG, so that looks like the trade. Dragon for feats.
Like we talked
Kill
about
this with Ziggs, for sure.
Yeah, that's why Knight loves this pick. Expect to see Knight in all three lanes just hammering on these serial turrets. That's what he did all game against Weibo.
I mean, you'd think that Top Esports, being the team that lost to TL at first stand, would be the one playing the Ziggs, but no, it's Knight. Taking the lessons from APA.
That's how we're going to spin it?
Yes.
Knight is
that is my narrative.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good narrative.
Do you want to give some credit to Shadow? He's done a nice job of keeping up with his Nidalee. And I think so far picking the right spots. But
wow, that thing evaporated.
Yeah, that thing did evaporate.
Another good cancel on the Zenith Blade.
Unstead this
Solar
time.
Flare, a Chains of Corruption, the Flash, a little bit too late. Hong will pick the kill up, but it's on caught.
Yep, alright. That's after the Rift Herald. 369, get a TP down, get a fast play. There's no dragon to take right now, but they can maybe play for that Rumble. Or play for mid as Hong going for Elk.
Okay, he has Cleanse and Flash. He's going to Flash basically in place and somehow walk his way through the Sand Soldiers. That was an interesting interaction, but it's still both.
Oh! Elk!
Get down, Elk!
Oh my god, Elk! I mean, Elk has been such a good performer for BLG so far. A good takeaway there from Shadow, and it's going to be mid-turret falling as well. As again, yeah, Ziggs did. You can see Satchel is prepped. You do that because every ability you throw out, it takes 4 seconds off your passive as Ziggs, and while your passive autos do bonus damage to turrets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Never mind.
That's too far. Yeah, that's too far. Walk past the river midline, and 369 once again 4v1, but this time he doesn't have his turret to protect him. They're TPing in Cream. It feels a bit too late. Cream is Maybe TPing into his depth, but they're going to respect Hong on the flank with no tier 1 turret up. The Solar Flare is not going to land, though. Zenith's play going to land onto On. Shadow still doesn't have any subjugate. The Equalizer's going to do a ton of damage. They're trying to lock up Jackie Level and back into this fight. Cream puts the turret back up, and now Shadow's flashing after Kanavi, but Kanavi's surviving, thriving, healing through it all. Bin with the Flame Spinner will do enough to turn the fight back. BLG standing up tall on the bot side.
And Top Esports opting into their own demise a bit, opting into a 4v5 as Cream the TP. There was no chance they were going to save 369 on that play. I think the power of Azir, I could see some theory of if you get a turret down, you have a big team fight for Cream, it's good. But they had the fight under the turret, and BLG just gets out with everything they wanted. They had their cake with 369 and ate the rest of Top Esports along with it, too. The ratios are so gross, especially after the buffs to Q. Elk is flashless, he's the look, but
there's a trap.
Oh, we got the shield off.
Push. Oh, the Chin Scrub's going to go wide as well. They lock up Jackie Love. The field goal post open up for one shot to his heart. Crit shot, where's it going to go? Going to hit onto Hong, but again, 369. How much can he take on the front line? Bin on the flank with a huge equalizer. Look how it locks up TES. They're stuck between a literal blaze and a wall, and they're going to burn on down as Knight comes over top with the bombs of destruction. Cream going to fly a bit late, but he has no support here. 1v5, he trades Shadow, but now the mid-tier 2 turret's here to get knocked down.
Oh, the milk is not good for Cream this game, as I think a couple of these takes have been a little bit unwarranted, and BLG starting to run away with this one against Top Esports. It's been a fantastic game from Elk. As Hong sees Knight base, and Knight's probably just going to TP back.
Has a book.
He already had the book. He got some more pen here. Yeah.
Boy, all right. He went book last game, too. Oh, Zenith played onto On. Tons of damage dropped through. Chains of Corruption, Solar Flare. All this onto On. So they commit about 2.5, 3 ultimates to kill off the BLG support. They have a man advantage. Bin TP's in. 369 can't catch him for an Emperor's Divide. Current Call coming down. They're hunting Hog on the backside. Equalizer's going to make sure nobody can touch Elk as he goes for that Current Call. Cream gets hit by a Deadly Flourish.
Could have a very impactful flank on a Trundle. Not what we're used to seeing, but I think a good setup for BLG.
They're pinging it like they know it's coming. There's the
he gave himself away.
Gave himself away with the pillar. Elk stepping up a little bit too far forward. Cream's going to go in for the shuttle, or even shuffle, and he gets Knight. The flashless Ziggs is down. Cream redeems himself, and Top Esports gets the Otacon on the back end of it.
Good play. Again, that angle from Shadow, I think it's a decent idea, but if you give yourself away, you take away any and all the power. Now they're still trapped up here as the play continues for Top Esports. The poke they can put down between the Varus, the Azir, and these Nidalee heals. These elongated scenarios, I will say the Nidalee into the Ziggs Jhin. We didn't really talk about the heals, but this is a good idea from Top Esports. And BLG, like, why we didn't love the Rumble pick is that doesn't really set up for this Jhin Ziggs that much. And I think we're seeing some of those Qs start to not connect. The heals neutralize it, and Top Esports feel like they're on much better footing now.
They can use the Sand Soldiers of Cream with Kanavi. The only downside this is for Top Esports.
At the moment, Top will have to fix their top lane. But their bot lane is going to slow push to eternity, and that's what I think what is encouraging this Baron setup for them. Yeah.
Shadow face checks into Hong. There's the layering of CC, but Shadow does get out, and there's a huge Inferno Bomb on the back end. There's your Jhin Ziggs setup. It just needed a tiny window as the fourth shot finds Cream in the background, and now Elk gets to sing his song running forward, hits another skill shot, dodges out in the piercing arrow. And now all we have left is the carries. Kanavi and Jackie Love, the only two up for Top Esports. Edge Eyes Ziggs that is now a prime target if you're Top Esports. Oh, that spear.
That was a good try on the setup. This is part of the reason why you don't see a ton of Ziggs into Azir too, because if you lose Flash, it can be so dire. I don't love this.
No.
This is not great.
This time, the Equalizer and the Inferno Bomb whiff. BLG have to bail out of this fight. There's no way they can find this win. Oh, the fourth shot goes wide as well. Those key ultimates that had no setup that were lining up aren't finding their mark, but somehow BLG are still winning, still thriving, and it's Bin flashing forward the Flame Spinner to find the kills, and finally, Shadow gets to clump someone to death. They don't need the ultimates this time, Cubby. They're just better.
And Cream just wasn't able to auto. Jackie Love also kind of caught out in that fight. I honestly have to take a second look because I really want to see the fight from Cream's perspective, because we were focused on the Alt Slayer. We saw them all go wide, but it still ends up being an incredibly one-sided fight in favor of BLG. It's going to be a Baron for a Dragon traded by Top and Cream. This will get them soul point, but man, Baron with the Ziggs, 2 inner turrets are standing. You got to believe one inhibitor is going to guarantee to fall, and this Dragon may not even fall for free for Cream. It's a DPS war. Trundle's getting close. He's going to get it.
He's not going to survive.
Oh, he actually snuck out. Fight. Like, Cream's just not able to auto because he burned the EQ. I mean, this Q's not great. He gets kited out. Knight plays this really well. Yeah. Knight just forcing Cream out of there. The Zanyas means that Bin lives, and then
TES rescuing this game.
it's about to be a death cap on Rumble 2. Gotta believe death cap's gonna come in for Knight. I think once those 2 items come in, it's probably GG. Again, we have seen, like, I think the rest of top esports with Nidalee heals, and then some tools were burned there from BLG. I mean, you have no Zigzar and On's dead.
That's not a good dredge line. Kanavi has the stasis to get away from a crit shot to death, but
beauty.
The bomb timing from Knight was pristine.
Really engaged.
Another choke.
I am surprised about that one from Bin.
All right,
I don't think that was exactly worth it.
We're going to get another fight where now all these ults are getting pristine like they were earlier. They're going to jump Solar Flare, Chains of Corruption, a lot onto On, but Creep goes over the wall without help. Eats a dredge line, has to go into the stasis. Kanavi as well.
Doesn't matter.
There's no help coming for them. They jumped in too early, and now they got to bite the bullet. And the bullet is Knight running wild. Gets the triple kill. Elk shuts down Jackie Love. Down goes top esports. BLG are going to go up 1-0 with their super scaler of a comp.
I just watched Brother Cream, EQ, get exhausted and get one shot, as that's going to be the end of the game. BLG. The scaling of the carries, the range of it pays off, and an impressive game from Bin, Knight, and Elk as they managed to carry their team to a pretty convincing victory against top esports.
I'm going to commit a cardinal sin here while we got time as the Nexus goes down. Oh, they took away the scoreboard. All right. I was going to do some math.
They have to throw it back up. They have to throw it back up.
I was curious. I wanted to commit to some math to show how great that scoreline is.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.